I remember when my mentor used to always yell at me, don't wear green with the green screen. You're going to mess up all the elements, as you can notice right in here and right in here. But it's my birthday and I don't care. Today, I'm going to make a messy one. But here, I want to talk to you today about two main elements that may be the reason why you're not scaling your business. You may be doing okay as a coach, mentor, speaker, whatever it is, network marketer. But if you really want to scale to become a business instead of a solopreneur, you need these two main specific elements. And without them, you're doomed. This is the ME Show.
I've been caught up since the day that we met, and you haven't seen the best of me yet. There's nothing like you and me together, and your eyes have been so hard to forget. But there's something you're trying to hide. There's something you're keeping inside. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. It don't matter how much time it takes. I just can't give up. Whoa, I just can't give up. Can't give up. I just can't give up. I just can't give up. I just can't give up. Can't give up. I just can't give up. I just can't give up.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to a brand new episode of the ME Show. My name is Ali Midawi, and I am your host with the avocado toast, like this green shirt and the green screen behind me. But hey, listen, today I want to talk to you specifically about a topic that I know you need to learn about. Without it, you are not, for the fifth time, you are not going to be able to scale. Again, forgive the crazy lights. I'm wearing green against green screen. That's a big sin when it comes to broadcasting live. But hey, let me know if you're an entrepreneur and where you are chiming in from. I see you, Mr. Rob Thomas. Appreciate you being here with us. So check this out. First things first, if you want to scale your business, you have to empty a list of tasks that you are not supposed to be doing. And I'm going to tell you those two elements in a little bit. So do an inventory of all the different things that you do each and every single day and ask yourself a question. Is this a task for me to do as an operator, as a CEO, as a business owner, or is this something to be delegated? If it is to be delegated, I'm telling you, you're doing a $15 an hour job. You are not building a business. That is the reason why you are stuck. So how do we actually bring this into a scalability level? What are the things that you are to do? First things first, there's this word called delegating. So delegating means that I'm going to pass it on to somebody else to do outside than my body and my computer and my Zoom. Someone else is going to take it over. So the second word, which is its cousin, and that is outsourcing. So you may ask, well, what's the difference between delegating and outsourcing? See, delegating is anything that is offline. Outsourcing is anything that is online. Delegating offline, outsourcing online. So as you do an inventory of all the things that you do each and every single day, whether you are in packing tangible products, whether you are creating funnels, whether you are recording videos, what part of the work that you do each and every single day that you are to delegate and or outsource. So I'm going to give you some resources where you can find the right people to delegate and outsource to. Why are you to delegate and outsource? I'll give you an example. So my backyard and front yard, they need to be cut. Grass needs to be cut. And by default, when the grass needs to be cut, it takes about 90 minutes for it to be done. When I used to do it by myself. Then once upon a time, there was a gentleman that knocked on my door and is like, hey, how you doing? I see you cutting grass all the time. I have a landscaping company. It'll take me about an hour to do what you're doing in an hour and a half, maybe even 45 minutes. And it'll only cost you $45. I was like, I can make $1,000 in an hour. Why am I cutting the grass? See, I was limiting my time by saving $45 to cut my own grass. And I'm thinking I am doing the right thing. I am such a good husband. While in all sincerity and all reality, I could be making $1,000 in that hour while someone else is cutting the grass and I give him 45. Guess what? Profit margins, $955. Now I created an extra hour for myself. And then it dawned on me. whoa, what else can I delegate to everybody else that I can create another $1,000 an hour instead of another task, whatever that may be? Then dry cleaning came into play. Shopping came into play. Everything that I physically have to do, sending books, sign books, whatever it may be, I started looking for any and every single way to delegate it to other individuals. Then I was like, what am I doing in this computer? I found myself creating my own content. I found myself editing my own videos. I found myself editing my own podcast. I found myself editing, creating my own slide decks and just doing it all. Like, why am I doing this? Because last I checked, if I go to Upwork.com, there's a virtual assistant that I can hire for the task or long-term gig for $10 an hour. And let's say I give them 30 hours that week. That is possibly $30,000 that I could be making in those 30 hours that I was limiting myself to save $300. Do you see what's happening? So delegating and outsourcing is the epitome of scalability. And if you are not delegating and or outsourcing, I'm here to tell you, you are the reason why you'll never scale. You are bootstrapping, which is okay if you're starting at the beginning, but you have to have the proper discipline. See, many people's like, I just don't have that $300 a week. Cool, do it by yourself right now. Work extra hard, wake up an hour early and go to sleep an hour late. Don't eat in your lunch break and send those text messages. Do whatever you got to do. Make that money. Now reinvest it in your business on the second week. See, most of us make call it the rookie mistake or amateur business mistake by, instead of you and I taking that money and reinvesting it right back in our business within its first 6 months to a year, we like to go out and celebrate and pop bottles and say, we had such a great week in business. Don Perrier, baby, Sean Don, or whatever Dons that are out there. Don Julio. Is there any other Dons? Yeah, you call them out. I don't party that much. But my point being, you are trying to save 300 and wasting 30,000. You are trying to save $3 on an application that could automate all of your content creation on your social media assets by tapping into your camera roll and saying, here's a suggestion, and wasting a couple of $100 that you could be making per hour. I ask of you, what can you delegate and outsource today? No, literally, this is a real-time question. Answer me right now. What can you delegate and outsource today? What do you find yourself doing throughout the whole day that someone else can do for you? I'll even tell you this. Let's say you don't have a budget to hire a virtual assistant. Who's in your house right now that you can delegate and outsource items to? God only knows. My almost 5-year-old, he's going to be 5-year-old tomorrow. And by the way, check out that Facebook Live that I'm going to do dedicated to Sebastian Ali Madawi tomorrow at 11 a.m. You're going to want to hear it. But I delegate to my 5-year-old things, like doing chores, like cleaning up the office, like organizing books, like organizing paperwork, like dusting the computer, anything that I see myself not doing because I could be doing something productive for our business to reinvest right back in my son. By the way, he gets paid for it, and he gets paid really, really well. The United States government allows you to pay your children up to $10,000 tax-free in their account as long as they don't touch the cash. But you can spend it on, braces. You can spend it on, whatever else that you want as long as the cash isn't taken. That's a tip for another day. Bing! Ninja bonus, right? But I delegate everything. I sat down with my wife this morning. I'm like, let me give you the line of all the clients that we have right now and all the tasks that need to be done. I need you to organize these tasks based on the priorities. And I need you to reach out to every department within our company, the marketing department, the social media editing department, and connect the right party to the right client. And make sure you tell me tomorrow, what do we have to do and who do I have to work with? Where do I have to speak? Where do I have to fly or whatever the case may be? See, I could have been sitting and juicing my brain for 90 minutes, but I delegated it to my wife. The reason I've done that and why would my wife even want to? Well, because I told my family, hey, we're going to work really, really hard and we're going to go to this amazing vacation in Acapulco. But until these tasks and this figure is achieved, we can't go. So guess what everybody's bought into? The idea that we have to get these tasks done and get this figure done. That's how I delegate. This is how, by the way, we have an entrepreneurial family. It's not something that you either have or you don't. No, it's something that you create. And you, the leader, you, the trainer, you, the speaker, you, the entrepreneur, need to recruit from within your family member first, your spouse, your son, your daughter, your uncle, your whomever is living with you in the house. They have to buy what you're selling first. They have to understand what you represent. And if they don't, I'm here to tell you, they're going to be telling you, you're going to work again. You're going to do that business thing again. What do you have, another Zoom? What they are broadcasting to you is that we don't know what you're doing and we think that you're wasting your time. So get them involved, get them to buy into it, and they're going to feel like they're part of the journey. And now you delegate and outsource from within. And again, once you make that little bit of money, no matter how small or how big, reinvest it right back in your business. So how do you do that? Make a task list or a list of the things that you're going to need to purchase, buy, subscribe to, such as need a new website, need an email sequence, need a text message automated sender, need a funnel, need. Just put the whole thing and put the dollar amount next to it and start working from the smallest one to the biggest one. And I'm here to tell you, as long as you have the discipline, the smarts, they'll come later, but the discipline to take whatever you make and reinvest it in your business. I live on 20% of my income, folks. That's because I reinvest everything right back, whether I reinvest it on the marketplace, on our community, or whomever we're working with. But I live on 20% of, I get paid last. It is good for taxes as well. But beside the point, you need to delegate or outsource or forever stay where you are. If this helped you out in any way, let me know what part of delegating or outsourcing you could start doing today, even if you're doing it with your own family members. Tomorrow is going to be a very, very special live. I do it every single year. It is a dedicated message to my wife, where my son rather, where I tell him a piece of our story and I put it on his timeline. So when he's grown enough, he gets to relive life with his dad, as I do by my daily post for my wife. That's for my children to understand how to treat a person, wife, husband, spouse, whatever it may be, and for them to see how their mom and dad lived and re-experience it, even if it's a virtual way. So I thank and I appreciate you. And until next time with this messed up green screen, because I'm wearing a green shirt. Peace out, everybody.